Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Nutmegs and VAR. Ibra, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
It's been a moment, and I wasn't sure you were going to have legs to walk to the studio.
I'm very strong.
But here you are.
I'm very strong.
How are you feeling?
I'm dejected.
I am concerned.
I'm a bit dejected because of...
Are you feeling like it's slipping?
What's sleeping?
Or are you still confident? The EPL.
I'm still leading. I'm still leading.
You have been leading. That is not in
doubt.
In dispute.
So why are people on my case then?
But the points are diminishing.
Again, we will see because we have to play the games. We still have to play the games. And the games are coming in quick. And we have to play them. We have Man City this upcoming weekend. And we're looking forward to getting at least a point. Because I don't see us losing against City. Let me just tell you guys right now. I don't see us losing.
Really?
The amount of insult our players have gone through and the manager this weekend, I don't see them allowed.
Who was insulting them?
Haven't you seen what's been going on online? Because even the players are seeing that.
Tell me, what's going on?
Haven't bitches. You've
what's
seen what's going on.
I haven't been online. I'm coming from work.
You know what's going on.
I have an 8 to 5. so tell me what's going on. I haven't had time.
You know what's been going on.
Tell me, Ibra.
As Arsenal fans and the players I know for sure, the manager, they are all seeing what's been going on. Yeah, they're from Manchester City players, from Manchester City fans.
For purposes of someone watching this show, can you tell them what's going on?
You know what I'm talking about.
Don't.
Did you see the Manchester City game yesterday? After
I saw the match. But I don't know what's going on after that. I know the results.
After Manchester City scored a third goal, a City fan is there using an Arsenal
that one.
Bottle and then
that one.
Like this. That's the first one. And we've seen many.
That one.
So I'm telling you right now.
Shame,
the players are angry. The manager is like, we are going to that game knowing this is it for us. This is 22 years down the line. 22 years.
Morris, I'm just going to bring you in shortly. But tell me, Ibra, do you really think that the Arsenal players have the mentality to stay calm under pressure and deliver?
If you ask me if I think, my answer is going to be no.
Okay.
But do I believe that can be changed? Yes, I do. Because we absolutely have no idea on the effects they're having right now after everything else has happened the past few weeks.
Yeah.
So I just hope and believe that everything that we did in the first half of the season won't go down the drain. And it's going to go up. We're going to be going up against them at the Etihad on Sunday. And that's our final. And that's like 22. Like, for the players, it's 22 years because since the last time we won the trophy. So it's 22 years. We're playing for 22 years of drought, a drought.
Okay.
And if we don't win this time, I absolutely have no idea.
You realize today you even came to studio in a black T-shirt.
What does that got to do with anything?
I'm wondering what's going on.
But
I tell you, Arsenal wear black, so maybe.
I always put in black sometimes. So like it's the first time I'm coming to the studio with black on.
No, the times that you have been proud of the team, you even come in, Arsenal jersey. But today.
I almost came with my jersey, but I realized it's not clean. So it's a bit
you
dirty,
just didn't want to receive stones on the road.
No, I didn't. No, what do you mean?
That moment when you wear your team's jersey after you've lost a match, and everyone throws jabs.
It's on you. It's on you. Yeah.
I don't mind coming with my jersey. It's just that today my jersey was a bit dirty, so I was like, okay, let it be clean, and then I'll put it on next time when I'm here.
Morris, what did you think about the Arsenal game now that Ibra has decided that's the point where we are starting? The Arsenal game vis-a-vis the Chelsea City match.
With the Arsenal game, as I correctly predicted, was that they were going to suffer.
That out.
I said before, and I keep saying again, Bournemouth is a very good team, coached by a very good manager, Andoni Iraola.
Mm-hmm.
Also, tactically, the teams play a very similar kind of football, but the reason as to why, I think Arsenal lost the game was how the first goal went. If you saw how they started the game, is that 4 players ran into Arsenal's half, and then there was a decoy. One guy got the ball to the wing. So there was a free runner. So all the focus was on the 4 guys trying to defend them. And then this guy came cutting, and I think that is where the Arsenal lost the game. The mental element to it. I think if Bournemouth didn't score first, I think Arsenal probably would have grown into the game. And I think that's the only difference. Moving on to the other games, I think with the Arsenal, with the Chelsea Man City one, that was clear. I feel like Chelsea need to get back Enzo Fernandez into the team, which I think they have. I saw something that he has apologized.
You know the meme that has been going around, that if you're to get a Fernandez into your team, make sure it is Bruno and not Enzo.
Of course, it's only one. But now for Chelsea, if they need to have a chance at being in Europe next season, they have to have Enzo play. Looking forward to the big game of the weekend, Arsenal Man City. I think that will be a tough one. I don't think Arsenal has ever won at the Etihad, and if they have, it's very few times.
Ever. Use the word ever. Seriously, we've won there.
Fair enough, you've won, but this time around, one thing about Pep is a master of the last few games is when he's
towards the end of the season.
That's when he really enjoys.
Towards the end of the season.
Correct.
Pep does not make mistakes.
He says the sun helps.
Yes. So right now, I think Arsenal.
Really?
Arsenal will have a very difficult game to the Etihad. Even the fans will be against them. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I agree. But looking back at the Bournemouth game, as much as we all know how Bournemouth play, they go man-to-man. Like, they defend like man-to-man. And one of the things that Arsenal struggled with was being able to beat the press. But even when we beat the press, I don't think the players were comfortable with the ball. And I have seen so many instances where Kai Havertz has the ball in the middle and no one is there, no one is pressing him, and he just passes the ball out. And that just shows the jitters and the trembling, the confidence. All those things are coming together for the Arsenal players, especially after you said going down 1-0 and everything now coming back to them, and they're like, we need to rush, we need to score, we need to have those things. And you don't want the ball, but you still want to score. So having that in, they're not decisive, all of them. You look at that game, the player who had the most passes was Declan Rice with 50 passes. The second player who had the most passes for Arsenal was Raya, 49, our goalkeeper.
The goalkeeper.
Yeah, and our 2 midfielders in Declan Rice and Zubimendi, one lost the ball 13 times in Zubimendi, and Declan Rice lost the ball 17 times for our midfielders.
Even Gabriel lost. In fact, was it the first goal? It was him who was trying to clear the ball, and
the second
goal.
The first goal was class.
So it was not a good
performance.
From Arsenal.
It's more of the confidence. I think. I know.
It's a confidence issue.
From an Arsenal fan, do you feel like whenever White plays, the team doesn't do well? Because I feel like every time he's on the pitch, something goes wrong for Arsenal.
It's true to some extent, but I don't think it's... okay, we can say the first goal, it was a mistake came from him, because you could see the fullback, Truffet, the Bournemouth fullback who was running. It was a matter of communication of Rice telling Madueke, go after the guy who has the ball, and then I'm going to cover the guy who's coming. But they were all looking at the ball, and then the guy just literally bypassed them, and then the pass was given. So for White, I think right now, again, he's low in confidence for him too. And one of the biggest problems we are facing right now is that all the players aren't comfortable with the ball on their feet. It's like no one wants the ball, especially the players who are playing in the middle. The defenders...
Because you'll be under pressure and you're likely to make a mistake,
exactly.
And you don't want to be the person that the fans are coming after.
Exactly. At this point of the season, we haven't won in a while. And that's where I think, for me, that's where Arteta comes in as the manager.
Yeah.
Because now, as a manager, your job is not only to coach the players, but also to motivate them, to make them feel comfortable, to allow them to express themselves. So, and I think that's something that's lacking right now for the team. And the experience has per what everyone has always been saying about Arteta not having the experience to like finish the season well. Because we can all admit here, like, even though you guys are United fans, he's a good coach. He's taken Arsenal from
a very good coach.
1 point to another.
The Arsenal we see today is not the one he came into.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So from what we saw even in the first half of the season, like where we were dominating, not only in the Premier League, but also in Europe, where every team, we beat Bayern Munich 3-1, we beat Atletico Madrid 4-0, we beat Aston Villa 4-1. We were beating teams, and the reason why we were able to do that was because the season had just started. Everyone is fresh. I don't mind making mistakes. We can always recover, and I think that when now we come to the later stages of the season, now it's upon the manager, like, okay, now how am I going to sub in some players who is going to be fresh for this period of the season? That's a thing that I think Arteta lacks, because when you look at Pep Guardiola, their players seem to be like, to feel, it's like they've just, it's like the season has just started for them. You look at Ryan Shaki, it's
and that's why they are always able to finish strong, while teams will feel fatigued and all those things. But then I'm also just wondering, as we go into this week, Arsenal have a midweek game. City are going to be resting, literally.
Recipe for disaster.
Because they're already out of the Champions League. How do you see that panning out for Arsenal when they meet City on Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
At the Etihad.
Yeah. I think for me it's two things. We have the squad to rotate. I believe so. We have players. I don't know if it's quality players, but we have players to rotate. And another thing is, do you
really have players to rotate against a Sporting team that feels like they still have an opportunity to go through, and also against a City team that is looking at an opportunity to get back in the title race?
Yeah, I think we do, because we have the players. We can start, because I think Odegaard is going to be fit to play the game. Saka is going to be back. So by me saying we have the players, we do have
but
the
names you're mentioning are not names that have really carried the team through this season. Are they the players that you want in your biggest match of the season?
Because they are the players who have always been there. Like, who else is there?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You see, it's not about just having players. You see, Manchester United can have Malaysia. But is that the player you want on the pitch when you're facing a title determining game?
Because I still want Saka to start if he's fit for against Manchester City. I believe he's better than Madueke. But at the same instance, Madueke can have a game where he's dominating. So by me saying we have the players to rotate unfortunately, is me hoping Madueke has one of his best days and perform. And that's where I'm coming from, by saying we can always start Madueke against Sporting, put Saka the last 30 minutes to get match fitness because he's been injured, and then you start Saka against Manchester City. So, again, the key thing for me would be how we play, how we perform against Sporting, and the result. That will play a huge role in terms of the motivation and all that going into the game against City. Because I don't think fatigue is going to play a huge role.
Come on.
Okay, for Arsenal, with the rotation, because again,
come on.
If I may ask, what was the reason behind Arsenal spending a huge amount of money in the summer?
I agree with you. Arsenal have the best squad right now in terms of even depth in the Premier League, no doubt to it. But I also think that there's an element of fatigue that comes into it, because as we were saying earlier, if the game against Sporting was to go to 120 minutes, even the guys who come on will be tired. And then they have just a few days to rest versus a City that has had a whole week of rest.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. How this game goes is if Arsenal is able to beat Sporting over 90 minutes, and if the squad rotation works in his favor, that is the squad that starts the first 60, 70 minutes,
60 minutes
are able to get a goal and not concede. Then even when you bring in the Sakas, the Odegaards, or the whoever's that you bring on, they're just coming there to hold the ball, per se, move like a warm-up. Yeah. But if Sporting come in and they know all we have to do is score the first goal within the first 20 minutes or the first 10 minutes, and we are settled,
and put pressure on Arsenal,
then that's it. So ultimately, I think the strategy for Arteta right now is to tell the guys, the first 10 minutes, the first 15 minutes are going to be the toughest. But
Yeah.
let's maintain. Let's not lose hope. Let's not make dangerous plays. Play, and then let's get into the game. Get a goal in the 30th, 40th minute. Come back second half. Sit back. Let them play. Let them have the ball. And then bring on the subs who can be able to allow us to hold the ball. That's it. Into the City game, I think. Minus that, City have also a good squad, and they will not be in a hurry. I think they'll play a game whereby they're like, we want to tire Arsenal first. We want to outclass them in every department, meaning that they're going to be playing tiki-taka, proper tiki-taka. So I think I don't see how Arsenal is going to win against Man City, to be honest.
Me personally, I don't. In terms of the reason why I use the fatigue factor is the fact that we're not traveling anywhere. We're playing at the Emirates, and traveling, going away, usually plays a huge role in regards to, like,
That's true.
That's true. So them being at home will help. And if we win, and by fatigue, I'm saying if we win in 90 minutes and the game is not a struggle where they scored the first goal and now everyone has to exert the pressure. Now we have to play with like a lot of intensity so that we score and then that thing will bring. But I'm just saying the reason why I use the word fatigue is I'm assuming if we win very comfortably, let's say 2-0, and then we are coasting by the end of like the last 30, 20 minutes, we are coasting.
Yeah.
I think that will help us in regards to like, okay, even the mental aspect of it.
Very true.
Now, when we go to Manchester City, as you said, I think we'll do a proper breakdown of the game in another episode in regards to like the game.
Yeah, we will do that.
Yeah, after we've seen
the end of the week.
Yeah, after we've seen the Sporting game, and have a proper breakdown of the game, because I don't want to say a lot and
okay, let's talk after Sporting. That's true.
So, but for now, I think the concentration for Arsenal players and the manager, I think, which should be is let's focus on Sporting. 100%. Let's not think beyond that, because in as much as the Premier League we are leading in the Premier League, we still are there in the Champions League, and we know the path to the finals, and we know everything. So it's upon us to literally concentrate on the Premier League, but at the same time, we look at the games ahead of us, and that's Sporting Lisbon, and we beat Sporting. We are in the semi-finals against either Barcelona or Atletico, and as for now, it looks like probably it's going to be Atletico, but I think Barcelona might come back. But
are you serious?
Oh yeah. By the way, that's a spoiler I'm giving you right now.
Let's come and discuss that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because now we are supposed to concentrate on the review of the weekend matches. Mm-hmm. And I was just looking at the stats, Ibra. Total shots were Arsenal had 15 against 8 for Bournemouth, and then 3 shots on target apiece. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like Arsenal are not clinical in their attack?
Not only not being clinical, but also we're not creative enough. I don't think we risk enough, and that's due to lack of. We are very rigid. Like we're very rigid in terms of our attack.
Yeah,
and that makes us a bit like. People can literally read everything that we are doing.
What you're going to do.
Exactly. So it makes it easier for defenses to defend us.
And do you feel like if you come against teams that have prepared to defend against the corners, which have been a way that Arsenal have scored a number of goals this season, then it seems like there's no other plan.
And that's what I'm talking about in terms of...
Because even the goal against Bournemouth was a penalty.
Yeah.
So there was no goal from open play.
Yeah, but okay, first of all, this is another narrative that I think people have been using so much within this season that I don't think it's kind of...
Haba!
No, I have to say it.
Narrative or
there's
factual?
A narrative, as factual as you guys might think, but it's a narrative that people are going on.
You don't need to think about a fact. A fact is a fact.
A fact is and that fact will remain to be Arsenal have scored the second most goals from open play in the league. Check it out. And everyone can check it up. Everyone knows. But apparently, people just focus on the fact that we've scored also the most goals from set pieces. Yes, we have. But so has United. So has and United, as from what everyone says, they're very good offensively. They're very, with everything Bruno Fernandes is doing.
I think
Manchester
it's
City,
because
Liverpool.
United, we don't focus on our strategy is not to win games by set pieces. Our goal is to win them from open play. If we get a set piece, we are prepared for it.
Yes,
but you've also scored a lot of goals from them. Only.
Yes.
Also,
it is not our plan.
It's not our primary goal.
Who said that Arsenal's plan A?
Oh,
Ibra,
who said that?
I like facts. The stats again from that game shows that Arsenal had 10 corners.
What has that got to do with
Bournemouth's
it?
one. They literally play into it.
No,
Like they
we
make you cause a corner so that they can take it.
I agree with you.
Me personally, I'm like,
I don't know how to argue with
how
facts,
many corners did Manchester City have against Chelsea yesterday?
Okay, let's check.
Yeah.
They had 10 plus corners.
But if you look at the game plan for Arsenal, you feel like they were hoping they can maximize on these corners,
Chelsea
which
had
didn't
4
happen.
corners, Man City had 12. You're right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is the teams that usually has the most corners more often than not are the teams that attacks more. Let's put it out. Let's put that out there.
I think
Okay.
fair enough.
And by attacking more is that because when you look at the average corners per game.
But what I'm saying is, it seems that when Arsenal is not able to maximize on their corners, for some reason they don't perform.
Okay, I'm not going to say no with what you're saying, completely no. But what I'm going to say is we had a whole month in February where we didn't score from corner and we scored and we won a lot of games.
Okay.
So I'm saying is, what I'm trying to say is the corner thing has been taken overboard by a lot of people and they're using it against us to what people used to do to discredit how good the team was performing when we were winning games. But now,
all right,
since we haven't scored, because you look at the Sporting Lisbon game,
but
we scored a goal, and
but also the evidence is playing against you, because even that Sporting, you were given a penalty. Here again against Bournemouth, it's a penalty.
But there are two penalty kicks.
It seems if the corner is not working, then the result is otherwise. But anyway, we are talking about the weekend matches, and now that we've touched on City, it's only fair that we look at the Chelsea City match. I think it was a case of all Arsenal fans supporting Chelsea, while United opposition was supporting City,
and even Chelsea fans.
Chelsea fans was actually supporting City.
Yes. That's where they have fallen off.
It's called United opposition.
The fall of grace from Chelsea, and I'm stating this right now. Those guys won't even qualify to the only place they might go is Conference League. Because when you look at the table right now, listen, they're playing Manchester United over the weekend, by the way. And
they're playing us.
Yeah. Do you believe those guys are beating you?
They can't beat us.
I don't see them beating United because they actually never beat United.
It would be quite a surprise.
It's usually very hard for them to beat you.
It would be quite a surprise.
So think about it. They don't beat United. Look at where they are on the table right now. They are closer to 13th than they are to 5th. Or probably the most.
They're 6th.
That's below the belt, Ibra.
They are. Look at it. A team that has spent
should have been here to receive that.
2 billion, almost 2 billion for the past 2-3 transfer windows. They've been spending some insane amount of money for a team that should be good. How are you closer to 13th than 6th, than 5th? Arsenal did you guys a favor by winning a game in the Champions League to give Premier League 5 spots.
Is all this because Chelsea failed to beat City,
not just
or
failed.
is it?
Think about it. Have you
Remember, you're talking about the Club World holders. What is that title called?
Club
World Cup holders.
You remember there's an episode I kept telling you guys that was
that
a glorified friendly. It was because after that friendly, when they won the Club World Cup, what were people saying? Oh, Chelsea is gonna be winning the league. They'll be so good in the Champions League. They were in the league. They were trying to win the league for 2 months. After they had the draw against Arsenal back in December or November, they were like, "We are that good." After that, they went on a bad streak because they're just not that good. Everyone knows.
So okay, I think
they are suffering from firing Maresca.
That was a big deal.
That was a bad mistake. But also onto the Arsenal game, let me say something as to why I think in the Bournemouth game, Arsenal lost. You know, what matters in the game is you're more of your calm. You see, when you're playing Havertz as a calm, he's not a Madueke, he's not an Eze kind of a player. When Havertz gets the ball, he'll overthink a pass. And that's the last thing you want as your cam. You want a cam who is, you see, like the best cam in the Premier League. And also, I think
yes, the one and only. The one and only.
I won't say
you see, with him,
the one and
only.
I'm not going to argue.
As an number 8,
I'm not going to argue.
His first touch is to release the attacker. So I think where Arteta got this game wrong was starting Havertz instead of Eze. And I think even in the Sporting and the Man City game, he has to drop Havertz. Havertz is a better striker than a cam.
I've said that for the past.
So I think
long.
So if they go with that
was
approach,
actually a surprise.
because they better start with Eze, then sub him for Odegaard. Because also Odegaard has that fast time pass or that nice. He can bend the ball nicely for someone.
They're more of like a
yes. And then sub Gyökeres for Havertz. I think that's a better move because when they play, I feel like when Arsenal plays with Havertz, they're playing a false 9, whereby Havertz can drop into central midfield, and then now any of the three who are there can run into them.
Any of the runners can.
Any of the runners, yeah.
Especially
I
if,
agree
for
with
example,
you.
Saka comes in.
Yeah.
Because he's also good on the wing and
Correct,
then closing in.
Yeah.
And this is something that I'm also going to talk about more when again we do the Manchester City one, because I as something that I've said after the game and in regards to, like, I remember the game we played against City in the Carabao Cup finals, thinking about that game and thinking about what's gonna work for us best.
Yeah.
Again, I don't believe this is where now I have a problem with Arteta. It's like, as a fan, you see what the problems are, and I'm not gonna say I'm as elite as him or I know a lot than him, but there's some certain things are very obvious to see.
Yeah,
like we can all see them because we've been watching football for a while now, and we've been following Arsenal for a while.
Yeah.
You see,
you can see the patterns.
Yeah, you can see the patterns. I mean, it's easy to read. Like, it's like adding 1 + 1 and you get 2. You can see them.
Yeah.
So you wonder, why is he not seeing that? You know, because for me,
but you know, sometimes as fans we watch the game and we're like, why is this player here, and why, like, you wonder, and why is this player still on the pitch,
and they
the
keep
coach
doing the
just
same thing over and over again. You're like, what's going on? Because for me, again, the game against Manchester City, I'll start Gyökeres against Sporting, but against Manchester City, I won't start him. I'm starting Havertz. Why? We've seen how Manchester City will. Let me tell you, they will allow us to have the ball with our defenders. They will have it, but let's see how you're gonna put it past that line of defense. Because if you've seen what they do, Manchester City, even against Chelsea, the way they press as 4-2-4. So they just leave 2 midfielders.
They press as a block.
Exactly. They leave 2 midfielders in Rodri and Bernardo Silva, and then Haaland and Chucky, 2 of them like this, and then the 2
Semenyo from the side and Doku. Hey, Doku was pressing.
So those 2, so the 4 of them, that's what they do. They don't mind the 4 centre backs to have the ball. They are okay with that. Have it.
Yeah.
But let's see how you're gonna penetrate, like, and pass it through to our midfielders.
Yeah.
In the first half, Chelsea versus Manchester City, Chelsea were able to do that. If you watch the game well, Chelsea were able to do that. And how were they able to do that? Their defenders, in Gerald Hato, with his left foot, he was able to put, like, the pass, quick pass. When you move the ball and you put the pass quickly, you are going to be able to bypass that. But when the ball now goes to the midfield, what are the midfielders going to do? Because now what Manchester City did in the second half is they realized, okay, this defender can make that pass. Let him make it. When he makes it, they were able to go after the midfielder was being given the ball. So whenever Caicedo took more than 2 touches, 3 players are already there.
Yeah.
3 Manchester City players already there, and it's easy for them to do that because it's a 4. It's not like one player is ahead. Now they're all together, and I think when you think about elite coaches, you think about Pep Guardiola and the changes, because that's something that he wasn't doing in the first half of the season.
Correct, yeah.
So he evolves within the season, and I think Arteta lacks that.
Absolutely.
Pep Guardiola, Man City weren't doing this, because I'm watching the games. I'm like, okay, this is new. I wasn't seeing this first half of the season. So he evolves within the season, not next season.
And even,
within that
and even
Yeah.
within a match.
Even within a match,
Like
yeah.
if something is not working, he will tweak it right there.
Second half of the
Yeah.
of that game, you saw the change. You saw
Yes.
the same players, but they came with a different approach.
Yeah.
Quick, they scored 3 goals in the second half and they dominated. It's
Yeah.
like you might think, oh, they dominated Chelsea the whole game. No, first
It
half
was just
Chelsea
the
played
second
really
half.
well. They had,
Yeah.
I can even say
True.
this: Chelsea had more chances, clear
Correct,
chances.
yeah.
True.
They scored 1 goal. It was offside, very minimal with Cucurella, and then they had another chance with Pedro Neto. So I think for a team like Manchester City to be able to do such a thing,
Yeah.
and again, Arteta is going to have time to watch all those videos.
Yes.
Again, I don't know, man. I mean, as a coach, it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but so long as you're 11-11, no matter what strategy someone comes up with, there is always
Yeah.
like an antidote or something
Yeah.
to go against it. So as when it comes to Arsenal, we'll see against Sporting, and for Manchester City, as far as Manchester City is concerned, they are on a high right now.
Yeah.
They are
and
on a high and they are flying.
as we have mentioned, this is where now they become that team.
Unbeatable.
And
Almost
they
unbeatable, yeah.
always finish
The
the
moment they
season
smell
very
blood,
strong.
the moment they smell blood, that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because remember now they're at 64, 6-point gap with a game in hand. So say they beat Arsenal on Sunday, the next team they're playing is Burnley. Do you think Burnley has
Burnley will
anything
be
against?
demolished.
It doesn't matter where they're, because they'll be playing it at Tough Moor at Burnley's,
And it's going to be a
stadium.
midweek match,
Tough
so they are going to quickly do that.
And then they go
And if
play
they
the
beat,
FA Cup.
then that would be level on points. And then the next match they are playing is Southampton, the
FA
team that eliminated Arsenal from
Yeah.
FA Cup.
Really?
And then the next they play is Everton, and then Brentford and Bournemouth. And then Crystal Palace, and they finish with Aston Villa.
Yeah.
This is a City team that is not likely to relent right now. But as you've said, we have to wait and see.
I think even
Let's-
for Arsenal fans, the only
Yeah.
hope they have is that Unai Emery might try to stop Man City, but that didn't happen
I
last
don't think he has it in,
Yeah, me
in
too.
him
I
right
don't think he
now.
has it.
Even from the draw this past weekend, I don't see that happening.
And for Arsenal to win the league, honestly, the reason why I'm very huge in this weekend's game is that if we win this weekend's game, I don't see us dropping any points against any other team. Again, because it's mental. I don't think it's a matter of ability right now.
That I agree.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where ability is pushed aside. It doesn't matter how good you are. It's a matter
Yeah.
of
Confidence.
confidence and what you can do. And I think
Yeah.
mentally, if we win, not drawing, win at the Etihad. I mean, you're playing Newcastle at home next. Then you'll play Fulham at home next. Then after that, you go to play against West Ham, which is going to be a very hard game because that's a team that's trying to survive.
West Ham is going to be tricky.
Yeah, in as much as we usually beat them at their stadium, like the past 2 games we've played there, it's an aggregate of like 11-3.
Yeah.
So we usually score a lot of goals there, but that was when they were sure they're going to be staying in the league. But now
Yeah.
playing a team that's trying to survive is always hard, especially at their home.
Yeah.
So going there, imagine if we draw this game, then we go there.
Draw again.
I mean, it's not going to help us because if Man City draw, it doesn't matter the result this weekend for Man City.
Yeah.
One thing they know is that we are winning the rest of the games.
Yeah.
Because I don't see anyone taking any point from them. The rest of the games.
True.
So the only hope Arsenal we have
So
is
true.
to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
That's something that they should
Kila
know.
mtu ashinde game zake.
Exactly. And we have to win. We have to take points off of them ourselves.
Correct.
And if we don't do that,
By the way, this literally the game on Sunday might be the title decider.
Yeah.
it not
Yeah,
might.
so-
It actually
It will be.
So
And
that is, yeah.
the
Because-
best result, I think, for Arsenal is not even a draw.
Yeah.
Because even if we draw, we might even get a draw against West Ham. I don't believe because even if we beat them, we might still draw against West Ham. But we have a cushion already ahead. It's
Of 1 point,
of like
yeah.
a couple of points.
Well, of
will
3
be
points.
okay.
Because
Of
if they
3
win,
points.
they still maintain the 3
Yeah.
points gap. That is, even if City win all the games in hand.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. This Sunday game, to some extent, will determine the mental ability, state of Arsenal
Definitely.
players and the coach
Yeah.
over the next remaining games.
So,
Yeah.
So it's really
Anyway,
that big.
there were also other matches over the weekend. And it started by the same West Ham that we've talked about, humiliating Wolves 4-0.
4-0, yeah.
And I think sending them to relegation for sure.
Correct, yeah. I don't think they're going to come back now.
And that meant that West Ham is now out of the relegation
above.
zone.
Well, they are just above.
And
Spurs
dropped right there. And for some reason, I think there was conversation, maybe the new coach is going to help Spurs to, not to stay in the relegation zone. And I think it was Peter that was very confident about that.
Yeah, he
and
was
I kept saying, they are not.
So
against Sunderland.
I mean, I watched the game and
Against Sunderland.
I was watching the game and I'm like, so Spurs are really going to, because I'm looking at their fixtures.
The best stadium in England is going to be a championship stadium.
Very sad.
Do they deserve it as an Arsenal fan? Yeah, they do.
What did they do to you guys?
First of all, they are our biggest rivals. And second of all, I remember 2 years ago when they celebrated, Son missing a chance against Manchester City. I remember that game vividly. Son missed a chance against West Ham and those guys were celebrating as if it's their team who won. But they're celebrating because Arsenal won't win the league. Yeah. So now karma is coming back and they'll be relegated. So I'm very, very excited.
For me, the one that still pains me to date is the Europa final.
Oh, that they robbed us.
Oh, okay, yeah. United
they robbed us.
Robbed?
Because
what did they do?
It was on Liverpool.
But that's not. They didn't rob you guys. You guys were. You didn't play well.
What do you mean? You didn't play well? Did you watch the game?
I watched the game. How many chances did you guys have?
We can even get the stats for you. Let me get the stats.
I watched the game and I'm like, United didn't threaten those guys at all.
The winner of that match was qualifying for Champions League.
Because you finished 15th.
Oh my goodness! I was pissed that day.
Actually, even for me, it
was like robbery.
Actually, Beatrice,
ni kama uko na nyama kwa mdomo mtu akutoe.
But you all both teams weren't good teams last season. And to make matters worse, that finals was probably the worst finals I've ever watched.
We were both not good, and we both had the opportunity to unaona venye Kalonzo usema anapitia katikati. That was a literal kupitia katikati.
Okay, guys, hear this.
Champions
I got the
League.
stats. So let me tell you, for me, even as a United fan, I don't care if they go down. Because they robbed us. Total attempts, Spurs had 3.
Then I'll give another reason why they need 15. To go down.
Those are stats. And this I'm getting from the UEFA website. Attacks, 22 versus United 65.
Imagine.
Corners, 4-5.
Like literally.
Here, this passing accuracy. United 86%, Spurs 66%.
Imagine.
Guys,
so this
and then they win.
No.
Come
guys,
on.
Okay, you United fans.
The other reason why Spurs need to go down, I will never forget the match we played against them.
Can you please tell me the XG?
And then Martial got a red card. Yeah. And it was literally not a serious thing.
I remember.
They played the referee. And then Martial got a red card. Habana, these people need to go down fast. They can come back next season.
I'm looking for the expected goals. It's not showing the XG bit.
Let's be honest.
Like there's so much I can say about Spurs. I'm like,
let's be honest.
If it is this your season of going down so that you calm down a bit, please go. With your best club.
Let's be honest. Like I'm as
with your best stadium, go down.
United,
go down,
you shouldn't be bitter.
Go down.
No, of course it will hurt. Let me tell you something.
Go down.
Once you lose a final like that, once you lose any game, imagine, let's say for example, hypothetically speaking, you play Man City and you class them in every department, and then the only goal they take away is
a scrappy goal.
A scrappy deflection.
I promise you, Ibra, you will feel the pain.
It will hurt you. And so, looking back, do we feel bad? Do you feel like it's karma? 100%. So even as United fans, let them go down.
Guys used to stimulate. You know, they would play the referee, and the referees would fall for it all the time. Come on.
Me, as those are our long-time rivals, I will never wish them well. They're our neighbors. I will never wish them well. Those guys celebrated Son missing a 1v1 chance. So I won't pity them. But when you go to the game against Sunderland, I think Sunderland were like, it was a very weird game because it was back and forth actually. Because I'm not gonna say Tottenham played bad.
Yeah.
But it was, again, now we are reaching into the point where luck also has to play a part. Because the goal that Sunderland scored was a big deflection.
It's a win, whether scrappy
it doesn't matter. It was a deflection.
A win is a win.
Yeah, it was a deflection, and Sunderland scrapped it, and they won the game, and Tottenham couldn't get the goal. So we are at that point of the season, and I don't think luck is also on their side. Everything is going against them. Injuries. True. Romero got injured.
I keep saying there are a few things that I've said in this season. And one of them is that Spurs is going down. Peter doesn't agree.
I've even seen another stat. This is from Optajo. It says Spurs had 3 shots, just 27.7% possession and completed 115 passes tonight. All the lowest figures Opta has on record by any team in a major European final since 2009. So
they were bad. At that
I'm not saying. You see, the thing. What I'm saying is, neither. Tell me, did United play well? Really? You had the ball, you had the passes, but you didn't play well.
We played well.
In the EPL, we were both doing bad, but at that final, United were the better team.
Better team in what? Like, cause in terms of maybe stats in terms of possession. You know, let me say this. You know, you can have 70. Listen, you can have 70% possession, but you are not playing.
Okay, that's your problem.
Listen, all I'm gonna say
You've
is
been given stats.
All I'm saying is, Beatrice, you can have 70% of the ball. I have 30%, but I still play better than you.
No, the question is, what are you doing with the 70%?
Exactly. What did United do with 70%?
Okay.
15 attempts is not.
Better shots.
Yes, I can have 15 shots, but they weren't really shots to score goals. Let's be honest.
Out of the 15, 4 on target.
Think about it. 4 were on target. And how many corners did United have?
That means you had
how many corners did United have?
4. No, corners is 4-5. United had 5, Spurs 4.
4. Again, corners also shows how relentless a team can be.
We don't play
what do you mean by corners? Means you took a shot, the goalkeeper had a big save, it went out for a corner kick.
Arsenal fan, when you talk corners, they're thinking that's our opportunity.
And actually,
that's not how we play.
I think how to end this is to say we will be laughing in less than a week's time, because I guarantee it. The one thing I can tell you is this: you're refusing to admit the fact that it hurts when you play well in a game and you lose. No. There's a high chance. Arsenal, that's what.
Shall come back and
especially like a team
when you finish, I'll tell you something.
Like a team like West Ham, you will go and play well against West Ham. Nuno Espirito Santo is a very good coach. He's like, we'll sit back. Come.
I want to give you an example, and you guys will agree with me. The first game of the season, United versus Arsenal.
Who played well?
That's the game that I'd say United played well, because not only were the XG on your side, you played well. Everyone could see, like everything. XG, expected goals, showed that as United got better chances.
That's not how much has gone now.
No. I'm just saying, like, XG means the shot that you took. It's not just a shot on target, but it's a shot on target that was likely to go in. Because let me tell you, if I shoot from the middle of the field and the keeper saves and the keeper just holds it like this, even though it wasn't threatening at all, will that count as a shot on target? It will.
Yes.
So sometimes that's why we use XG in terms of like was it expected to go in? Was it a big chance?
Let me check.
When we watched Arsenal played against United, the first game of the season, that was a game that you'd say, as a United fan, you're like, nah, we didn't deserve to lose, because not only did you have a lot of shots on target, you also played better than Arsenal. I agree.
We also played better than Spurs in that final.
Me personally,
you need to go back and watch
numbers.
That game.
Numbers, yes, the numbers maybe, and be like, okay, we had 70%.
From the match.
But the 70% and all that didn't mean anything.
It means
they didn't mean anything because you didn't play well. I feel like Spurs allowed you, because after Spurs scored their goal, they're like, okay, have the ball. Have the ball. Why do I need the ball when I'm up?
So the XG for the Tottenham game, the final, Tottenham 0.8, United 2.2.
Again, I'd say
it's better.
But that's your base.
It is better. I'm not saying it's not better, because again, you had the ball.
But that's your base.
You had the ball.
That's
United had the ball.
Just been arguing about.
If you tell me how many shots, like a big shot, it was only once that the Tottenham player, goalkeeper had like a big save. And that was, I think, from Casemiro, if I'm not wrong. But after that, I didn't see United do anything. Not threatening at all. They had the ball and all that.
We outplayed Spurs in that final.
If you believe that, then I can't
I
change
am
because you're a
believing
United fan.
because even the facts say so.
You're a United fan.
No. This is not about being United fan. This is about stats. This
Stats.
Like, if the stats,
it's about the stats.
So if the stats showed something different, I would have agreed with you. So
yeah.
I think it doesn't make sense to argue about facts. Like
all I'm gonna say is as much as because I watched Arsenal, we played against Manchester City at the start of the season when we drew 1-1. We played. I'd say after when have we ever seen Manchester City score a goal and then decide to go back and defend all of them? They did that because they had scored. And if it weren't for Martinelli scoring a last-minute goal, we would have lost the game. And that's where I'm going with this same notion of that. Spurs, after they scored, they became something that we've not seen under Ange Postecoglou. They defended. And that allowed United to play the ball, to play easily. Because the whole of that season, how many did Tottenham, did you guys beat Tottenham in the league? You did not. And they were playing really, really well against you guys. They beat you 3 goals to nil, if I'm not wrong, at Old Trafford.
They went on to play Champions League and now they're facing relegation.
Look at where they are.
That is a fact.
I'm not going to say no. But all I'm saying is you can't use that to wish them bad.
2-2 with Everton, and Everton got the equalizer late. I was telling Peter, because we were doing a watch-along live for this match, Peter was like, Brentford is going to win 2-1. And I'm like, no, Everton doesn't sit back and just let you win.
Yeah.
And he was telling me, no, but that is not how Everton plays. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Everton
They come at you.
They come at you.
And they don't give up.
You know, actually, one of the games that I think Man City will possibly struggle is the Everton game. Because Everton, doesn't matter where they are, home or away, they come at you.
Yeah.
But have you seen the record? Man City have at the away. No, they're not playing at the Goodison Park. They're now in a new. In this new stadium,
Hill Dickinson.
And there, I don't think, because they are really, really good away from home than they are at home. Everton.
Okay. Interesting.
The point you're saying is that Arsenal, Everton, they come at you.
They come at you. They don't sit back. Yeah. And then we had Burnley lose 2-0 to Brighton.
I think that was expected.
Brighton is that team that they're good, but where they sit, you're like,
for me,
what's your problem?
I never understand Brighton because
what's your problem?
Like they wake up and say, we're playing United. They are going to become prime.
They show up. Yeah.
And then after that, they play another small
team. Especially Welbeck.
Yeah, Welbeck has grudge.
When Welbeck sees United,
Welbeck has grudge against us.
It's like, bado ako na machungu.
I think it's because you sold him. He can't make peace with that.
It's like he comes. Like, dude, we are not buying you back. Yeah. Just chill.
Mm-hmm. Actually, for me, the game that surprised me a lot was the Liverpool and Fulham.
I thought Fulham would have something to show.
They didn't have anything to show.
But they were beaten clean.
Yeah. But Fulham usually have that tendency where
they're also not consistent.
But if you look at before the break, they were really on form.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm saying. Against big teams, sometimes they just
disappear.
They beat Liverpool last time. Fulham
away from home.
Yeah. For me, the game that I wasn't surprised about, and I even told you guys, was the Crystal Palace Newcastle. You guys
that one you predicted right.
Yeah. There are 2 managers right in the Premier League. 3 that I think are fantastic managers. The Brighton manager, the Crystal Palace manager, and of course the Bournemouth manager. Those 3 managers, big guys, upcoming. And I think either Nottingham Forest, if they still survive, they might want to go for one of those managers.
But Nottingham, Spurs, I think credit to them for pulling a draw against Aston Villa, because you would think that Aston Villa had the upper hand, but they were able to pull a draw. Yeah.
Even both goals scored in the game.
And in terms of the relegation battle, that puts them in not so bad. They're above West Ham by 1 point.
Yeah.
But West Ham is going. I think West Ham is going to go above them.
Yeah, me
soon.
too. Yeah, I think West Ham,
because in terms of solidity,
they have a much better manager.
Yes.
And then they added the former Chelsea defender who's playing very, very well.
Who?
I need to check his name.
Which team? Disasi. In terms of West Ham.
Disasi is playing very well.
Yeah.
And then when you look at this formation, Walker Peters, and I think Walker Peters only played because Wan-Bissaka was delayed to come back.
Yeah.
So when Bissaka is back, is Wan-Bissaka, Mavropanos, Disasi, Diouf. Diouf is a player that I think United should go for. Then you have Jarrod Bowen, Matthias Fernandes, who I spoke about again.
Bowen
Thomas
is also
Soucek,
very pivotal in that
Somerville,
team.
and then Pablo, and then Castellanos. I think, and then also Adama Traore, nowadays is coming on as a very good, you see, he comes on when players are tired.
Does he still apply oil on his body?
He still does, because that's the only way to stop him, you know?
But he's just overrated.
He's overrated.
He's overrated.
That I agree.
I don't disagree, but let me tell you something about players like this. Let me tell you, there's something about players like this that people don't understand. These are players who are brought into the game to kill time. You see? And that's why I think Adama Traore will thrive under Nuno. Nuno will use him very well. Remember Nuno when he was at Wolves, the team he had?
Yeah.
Adama will be giving, because when he comes on, he's running at you. So what the first thing comes to your mind? Come back to defend.
Defense.
So what that takes away is from your team.
And you don't want to
attack.
leave him with one person.
Yes,
so you're probably putting
these
two
are
of your players there.
who come to destabilize your game. They're like the destroyer, but a destroyer who attacks. You know? So watch how he's be playing under Nuno.
And then we have the final match of the match week tonight. Manchester United taking on Leeds at Old Trafford. With the draw yesterday for Villa, it means that United are level on points with Villa and with a game in hand, of course. Goal difference, plus 13. By the way, do you know United used to struggle with goal difference?
Yes.
We used to be negative.
The last 3 seasons, I think. Twice with Ten Hag, and then, and Amre, we did struggle a lot.
We've suffered.
This is the first time we're having a healthy margin.
We've suffered.
And then when you look back, actually, apart from the first 2 teams, no other team has a better goal difference than us. The one that comes closest is Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea has plus 12.
So like in today's
game. And then
game,
Liverpool have plus 10. So
10,
if United score more, they even solidify that goal difference. And of course, a win would put them comfortably in third place with a 3-point gap. Yeah. So I assume that's the target for the team because they've been on a long break. I know we've seen the memes. Please don't remind us. We know that we have been on school break. So finally, the holiday is over.
Yeah.
It's opening day tonight, and we are hoping that the team is ready and they have all the requirements as per the letters that they were given during closing day, and they're going to show up.
For sure.
Yeah.
How I see it, for me, it'll be, I think Leeds will give us a run for their money. If you've been watching Leeds over the last few games, they've been a very difficult team to beat. Actually, not few games, 10 games. If you go back 10 games ago, they've been playing well. And I think because of the rivalry that we have, they will probably come at us with what they've got. But I think we have enough ammunition to contain them.
Yes.
I think the contentious issue today is whether should Martinez start or should we give him
I don't think
chance?
He should start.
Yeah, I also think give Heaven a chance.
I don't think he should
You're
start.
on Heaven.
Yeah.
And then bring him on
later on.
Yeah, because you don't want him to start such a tough game.
Because Leeds are going to run.
Yeah, they're going to run. So you need people who can run. And the beauty with Heaven,
let those young
Heaven
boys run with them. Yeah.
Then bring him on later to
calm things down. Yeah.
Maintain the ball, those defense splitting passes like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
From the Arsenal fan, how do you see this going?
United will win easily.
Okay.
I like the optimism.
Okay. But he's saying it with a very sad face.
You know me, I have the hatred I have for United is, I don't think it can be, it can be quantified.
Hate is such a strong word.
I hate United.
Who hurt you?
That team.
I think I know who.
That team.
Dogo Bruno.
That team will forever.
That is such a strong word.
So me saying that, I'm saying it because I don't think we have any sort of rivalry with them anymore. I'm not in the same level as them. So why will they be, be be threatened by United, Manchester United.
Do you know the team that has caused Arsenal to start going south?
Not really. Not really.
Since we beat you guys, how has it been your form?
Not really. Our form was good until we lost against Manchester City. It's Manchester City
until we beat them at Emirates.
At Emirates, 3-2.
Think about it. Because we went 9 points ahead of.
Okay. Again, you can go back to the start.
Arguing with an Arsenal fan.
What? Because in as much as you'd say I hate
Jehovah Lord,
you also hate us. So I don't know why you're.
No, we don't hate you guys.
There is
you guys bottle it
there
yourself.
There is no Team United
it
fans.
It has nothing to do with Manchester United fans.
You have no issues again.
There is no Team United
we
fans.
We have no issue
like
with Arsenal fans.
I'm telling you.
You bottle it yourself.
I'm telling you. There is no Team United fans.
It has
like
nothing
Arsenal.
to do with Manchester United.
Yeah.
Come on.
After we lost against United, we won how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We went unbeaten for 13, 14 games until we lost to Manchester City. So it's not you guys. It's not you guys who opened the floodgates of defeat and draws. It wasn't you guys. You're trying to take credit for something you guys haven't done. It's not you guys.
Chill, Ibra.
I wonder why United.
It's never that serious.
You always want to be the main actors in a movie that you're just participating. You're just participating.
We need
in this competition
over here.
Season. You have no relevancy. United, we've saved you as Arsenal. We've saved you to finish to have 5 spots, and we'll have 5 spots as in England, and United. You will benefit from that. So thank Arsenal fans.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this one. It's been a pleasure. We will be back tomorrow to analyze the results for the Manchester United versus Leeds match as we look on to the Champions League match coming midweek. Atletico Madrid are taking on Barcelona at a very comfortable spot. Ibra thinks Barcelona is going to come back. I don't see them doing that.
Will win it.
Liverpool are at home welcoming Paris Saint-Germain. I don't think they have anything for PSG, so I see PSG going through. Arsenal are taking on Sporting. I think this is the one that is still open
it's
for
not
anyone
open.
to
Arsenal
take.
will win it easily. Why you say, guys?
We'll revisit. You know, one thing I've learned in life: don't argue with an Arsenal fan.
Okay.
Just give them. Okay. Leave it to time.
And then Bayern Munich will be taking on Real Madrid, and I don't think Real Madrid have anything to offer. I see Bayern going through.
Surprise me.
Yeah.
When you as you said, Arsenal is on the balance. I don't know. That can also be on the balance.
Yes, fair enough. Yes, it's a tricky one with Real Madrid. You can never let them off. You know,
when you have that sort of attack and that sort of
they do not
powerhouse,
have what it takes to go against Bayern at home.
Bayern is a stronger team,
do.
And they are at home.
They are
the big. I think Bayern will win it, but it will be a tough one. It will be it's a game that you can't call it yet.
Bayern is going to win this clean.
Okay. Let's see it.
It's been a pleasure. Days. See you tomorrow. Until the next one.
Peace.
HustlesAfrica.com, a guide to high-paying online jobs. At HustlesAfrica.com, you'll discover the jobs people are doing from home. the platforms where opportunities are found, the skills that open doors, and the practical steps to begin earning. Go to hustlesafrica.com today.